Hello, welcome to Joburg Today. My name is Mavs. Great news! Chopped South Africa is finally launching right here in Johannesburg.
With the first episode to air on Wednesday, Chopped South Africa brings you a unique balance of both modern and traditional cuisines.
We are launching Chopped SA, which is the South African version of the American Chopped. And how it's different from the US one is because local is very lekker. We have lots of local ingredients that we use, and I think people are going to learn new things.
Chopped has a format that is the same all over the world, but the chefs are different. The ingredients are different. And I think when the rest of the world see Chopped South Africa, they're going to love it. They're going to love our chefs, they're going to love the energy, they're going to love our strange ingredients.
To be part of it, it is a big deal, and it has been a wonderful experience. It has been hard at times because we would not see eye to eye sometimes with the judges, which is good because we come from totally different backgrounds, but it's been awesome. It's been really amazing.
I think from a local South African, we will educate a lot of South Africans who've never had pap. It was so funny to hear chefs say, I've never cooked pap before, hello, where have you been? The most important thing for me is to tell the chefs that we're brave enough to enter a competition like this is that you might have got chopped, but it's not the end. You know, it's a learning curve. And as judges, I have to tell you something, we never, ever, ever wanted to destroy anybody.
Having to put on the hat of being a judge, you have to be very fair and you have to be very credible. And I was at liberty, or I had the privilege to taste what viewers will not be able to taste. So whatever I tasted or whatever I saw, I had to say what it is. So if it is good, I will compliment, but if it is not, I will also say.
It really was a nice burst of flavor.
It's exciting and it's dramatic. It's also very creative. The chefs have to be extraordinarily creative with the ingredients. And it's quite emotional because you really, really want people to win, and you can see them putting their heart and soul into what they do. And of course, they could be chopped.
Then there were three.
If you're a food lover, then you have another excuse to tune into your favorite, most highly popular rated show on television. It brings you that emotional feel, that excitement of cooking with different chefs around South Africa competing for 40,000 rands. I'm Boitumelo Lerato Kwena for Joburg Today.
I'm Bryce Nicholson and you're watching Joburg Today.
If you have any comments for us or there's something that you'd like to see on this show, keep in touch with us through social media by following us on Twitter at Joburg Today, liking our Facebook page, joburgtoday.tv, and don't forget, hashtag Joburg Today. Also, while on the go, check us out on pockettv.mobi, and that is pocket with an I. This one is for all the chocolate and coffee junkies.
It's coffee tasting. Where does coffee come from? How is coffee made? We all love our coffee, but we don't quite know exactly how it gets from bean to cup, and it's more the transfer of information about coffee. I find that there's such a growth in the interest of coffee and the interest of chocolate as well as the artisan factor of coffee and chocolate. Coffee has become so trendy. A lot of the small businesses actually have products that are unique to the market and contain coffee and chocolate. Your Roasteries is a very, very small but massively growing business. It's difficult to have a platform for them to showcase their products and get a demand for their brand. And for them being on our expo, it enables them to be able to showcase their unique ideas with coffee or with chocolate.
The story of the Roast Republic is we call ourselves Coffee with a Conscience. What we're trying to do is change the way people think about not only the coffee, but also the industry and business as a whole. So we roast coffee, we import it ourselves, we roast it, we brew it, we sell it. And every bag you buy, we'll take 50% of the gross profit and give it away. We give it to a charity called World Vision, and that goes directly to sending kids to school in Limpopo.
We also created a man cave because everyone comes for their coffee and their chocolate lovers, and most coffee guys are coffee snobs. Then of course the women have the chocolate lovers. But we discovered this beautiful beer that is brewed specifically for the coffee and chocolate show, and it's a coffee and chocolate beer.
One of the things that stand out about the Coffee and Chocolate Expo is the fact that they complement each other so well, both in taste and business. I'm Boitumelo Pelesa for Joburg Today.
Hi, I'm Samantha Jessamine and you're watching Joburg Today.
Mpo chats to David Dupree about the Freedom Ride.
In studio today we have David from Joburg Urban Cycling. David, what is Freedom Ride about?
I think the Freedom Ride is really about getting people onto the streets and cycling and feeling free. And there obviously aren't any cars, the road's actually closed, and it allows the roads to be used as a community space and people to feel free.
And how long has it been running?
So this is the second Freedom Ride. It'll be taking place now. The previous one was earlier in the year. I think it was in February. So this is the second time at least within this year.
And have you chosen any specific routes for this year?
So the route is actually similar to what it was on the first ride, and it's going from, because it's a Freedom Ride and it's associated with Nelson Mandela, it's going from the Nelson Mandela Bridge in Johannesburg through to Vilakazi Street, where Nelson Mandela obviously had a house.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
And this year, how many cyclists are you expecting?
I think we're expecting somewhere between 3,000 and then 5,000 cyclists. Hopefully it'll build on the number of cyclists that came out and enjoyed the day last year, although it's winter, but it's still, I mean, summer days, winter days here are so great. We're expecting quite a few people to come out.
Mm-hmm. And the purpose of this ride and the benefit it will have from the people of Johannesburg?
So I think the purpose of the ride really is to, again, get people together on the streets, both sports cyclists as well as commuter cyclists and people that just really want to try it out again, I guess, for the first time. And for people to create a sort of a community where people feel that they can be on the streets and use it as a community space rather than something which vehicles just travel on, if you like. I think the benefit really is people from different communities coming together and cycling, people realizing, actually, wow, it's great to ride a bicycle, which it is. And realizing that they can do it, and perhaps maybe then some sports cyclists thinking, oh, maybe I'll try commuter cycling once a week, or maybe on a permanent basis. You know, as the streets become more congested, commuter cycling is a great way, or cycling itself is a great thing to consider doing. Yeah.
Okay, and then tell us about JUCA. I understand that you're the chairperson of JUCA. Just tell us about that.
Okay, so JUCA is the Johannesburg Urban Cyclists Association, and what we're really trying to do is make Johannesburg more cycle friendly. That's our goal and our aim. We're a non-for-profit organisation that was started about 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. And we've got various projects that we're working on, linked to the city as well. We're working with Mayor Parks Tower, which is very exciting. So one of the things we're working on really at the moment is creating a cycle map of routes around Johannesburg, which the mayor's endorsed. And our feeling is really that there are a lot of if you go cycling in the suburb, for instance, you actually don't need a lot of infrastructure. You can cycle there, cars go at low speeds, and then when you get on the main arterials, you need, I guess, more infrastructure. Mm-hmm. So that's the one project. And the second project that we're working on then is the wayfinding system. So taking those routes that we've defined to get, for instance, from CBD to Rosebank, and put signs up so that cyclists can navigate their way easily without having a map.
Okay, and in terms of transformation in cycling, how is it going to run on a day-to-day basis?
Well, I think the city, I'm quite close to it, but I mean, actually this week or as of last week, they've started putting cycle lanes down in Braamfontein, so you can really feel things changing there. There's cycling shops popping up everywhere. So I think the transformation's happening, and the city, the mayor's really led with that, and I think you'll start noticing the wayfinding system that we're talking about now. Mm-hmm. We're actually doing a pilot project that's going to go into Melville. It'll be about 2 kilometers just to see whether the wayfinding systems will work. So I think generally the city is going to feel, or citizens in the city are going to feel the transformation happening. So yeah, we're really excited about it.
I can see that you're very excited. And then the other thing that I wanted to ask you is that in terms of having people around, and how are you implementing? Are you on social media? Where can people find you to know more about JUCA?
Okay, so in terms of the Freedom Ride, if people want information on the Freedom Ride, they can look at freedomride.org.za. In terms of JUCA, you can find us on juca.org.za. On Facebook, you can find us at Johannesburg Urban Cyclists Association, and then on Twitter, we're on Joburg_cyclists. Yeah. So that's where we're at.
How's it? This is Dominic Oliver, and you're watching Joburg Today.
Check out the special focus section to see what is happening in and around Johannesburg. That's it from me, Maps. I play you out with David Jenkins, aka Kataze Bambazela.
Back in ETV.
Wena ntombi tatazela kangaka uyangithanda yini wena ntombi tatazela kangaka uyangithanda yini I've been waiting for so long for the answer to my ever-fading proposal. Please darling, won't you end these childish games and let's move on to the final level. Wena ntombi tatazela kangaka uyangithanda yini wena ntombi tatazela kangaka uyangithanda yini Ayisuela uyangimambezela ayisuela uyangithanda belungqome 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 Phansi ngozwane ubala phansi uyacisha vele ungqome ubala phansi ngozwane ubala phansi uyacisha vele ungqome Is it a yes or a no, yeah or nay? Do you love me, should I let you stay, oh baby? Our love is pure, our love is great. Please don't let it go to waste. Stand me. Wena ntombi tatazela kangaka uyangithanda yini wena ntombi tatazela kangaka uyangithanda yini ubala phansi ngozwane ubala phansi uyacisha belungqome ubala phansi ngozwane ubala phansi uyacisha belungqome Ayisuela uyangimambezela ayisuela uyangithanda belungqome Ayisuela uyangimambezela ayisuela uyangithanda belungqome